Welcome to my very first vlog. I have no idea what is really going to go on here, but we're going to find out together. So as you probably know, since you found this vlog, I am a Christian author. I do different Bible studies, devotionals, fantasy, sci-fi, short stories, all that good stuff. So this will just be following the writing aspects of my life. If you hear some sounds in the background, I do have a toddler, so just be warned that if blocks go crashing or strange giggles just come out of thin air, it's my little boy. All the exciting things today, let's just do some updates. What's currently going on, I am in the process of querying agents through Query Tracker for a project. It's called Merciless is the working title. It is an adult fantasy book following this really cool character. You learn pretty early that she is some type of interesting supernatural being, but she's in a world of magic and monsters and all that stuff where magic is only supposed to be for men. Any woman is hanged as a witch. So we get into a lot of bit of fun of a woman who has all these wonderful powers to fight evil, but the world views her as wicked just because she's a woman doing a man's job. So that's kind of a fun thing there. And of course we'll have fun exploring the different roles of men and women in the context of all that fun battle of good and evil. I'm excited about that project. So that's going on, and then we're working on self-publishing the Lenuka project, which as right now we've enabled it Shadow of the Stars. Looks like I'm gonna have to hang on for a second. Okay, so that's the woes of being 4. He just turned 4 today, actually. It's his birthday, and trying to build and block things but not yet understanding gravity and weight and all that fun stuff. You did it, buddy. Good job. So anyway, for the self-publishing book, we have, after doing keyword search and everything else, we have settled on Shadow of the Stars with the series title Crown of Ruin. This will be a young adult series. Right now I'm thinking a trilogy. It could potentially be 4 books. I'm still in the outlining process of the remaining volumes, but the first book has been written and rewritten and edited to death. This is very briefly, this project began when I was in 7th grade. So it is dear to my heart. It has been a long time in the making, gone through many different renditions until I found something that I am happy with and I hope will glorify the Lord. Since we're about to self-publish it, I'm right now working on the cover. We have hired somebody and I've got the email pulled up here, and that's my work for today, is to go through, look at the images that he has created with AI and to see which one of those would be better suited. So let's go. So I didn't realize this about the AI, as I've just been using ChatGPT. Apparently, he cannot tell it what clothes to make the character wear, and that is just driving me nuts because I want the character to at least somewhat look like how she's dressed in the book and the uniform that she wears. So that is an intriguing thing. I'm trying to go through now and figure out something that even looks like the Involucro uniform that Lenuka wears. So I don't know if you wear this with the young adult. The trend is to have the character-driven cover. So that's the reason I elected for that. Ooh, this one's decent. It at least suggests the main elements and it's got some cool artistic elements to it. Which one? That is number 23. I need to remember image 23. I kind of like that. Interesting enough, the AI is pulling from Capitol Marvel images, the motion, all that we've described. It kind of looks like it. That one's interesting as well, 33. So 23 and 33 so far. Well, that's kind of cool too, 36. I'm going to forget these if I don't jot these down. So we just said images 23, 33, and 36 are cool, so 4. 39 kind of resembles her uniform too, but here she has curly hair. Lenuka has straight hair. But I guess a little detail like that isn't so important. It's more important to me like the pose and the emotion that's coming off of the image. Okay, that one's pretty cool. Because this one is like silhouette. You can't see any of her features, so that allows the reader to fill in the gaps as they like. And this at least has like a uniform. She's not in a dress. Oh no, is that a Supergirl Emlyn? It has a Supergirl Emlyn on the chest. Oh, that's annoying. That's what we get with AI. 51 looks cool. It's like, it's more in the despair of like, I dare you to follow me down this dark corridor into an abyss. I don't know. That one needs more mystery. I don't know if the book should be more mystery, but the light elements here are pretty cool going on. So that's 51. Oh, there's another Supergirl. No, don't want something that looks like an elf. This one put a superhero mask on her. That looks like a Wonder Woman emblem on her. Definitely not acceptable. So it's just really curious to me that AI interprets things so different. Now that is cool because the character's features are completely hidden. It does look like someone in a tunic. Because I do like the idea of the reader creating their own picture of Lenuka. So this is number 62. I think I like that one the most. Because I want something that lets you know it's sci-fi, it's fantasy, it's young adult, but it's got that cool element of, you know, just who is this character on the front? Is this our heroine? Is it a kind of anti-hero novel? So that's part of the fun with Lenuka is it's her struggle with her inner darkness. So the basic pitch on the novel, if you haven't seen any of the trailers yet, is the novel opens with Lenuka losing her home planet. It is attacked. She is the only survivor out of her family, so all of her friends and loved ones are dead, and what do you do from there? So she has to struggle with the grief, the survivor's guilt, and all of that, and find her new place in the world. Since, I mean, her world was just destroyed and her civilization has to start over. So that's kind of a cool thing. So that is apparently it. Okay, so now I've got to go back through these in more detail and decide which one of these are my favorite. Alright, so I've narrowed it down to my top 3. From here, I'm going to wait, sit on it, come back to it, and see which one of those 3 I like the best. Make sure I still like all 3. I'll also let my husband take a look at it and see if he gets the same emotional response that I do. So that's kind of the most important thing. I want to cover, you know, that grabs you and pick it up and like, ooh, that's interesting. Let me flip to the back cover and see what it is about. So hopefully we'll go there. Because if you didn't know, the title and the cover leads the reader to read the blurb on the back, and then that gets the reader into the first page, and then the first page gets them to buy and want your book. So if I don't have the correct emotional response that correlates to how the novel is, I won't get the attention of the type of readers that I want. So thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see what we get into on another day. First up, I know that today I have to edit a short story because the deadline to enter it is tonight at midnight for the Writers of the Futures. I am very annoyed that I consistently earned honorable mentions. Every short story that I've entered has earned an honorable mention, but I can't go any higher. one of these days, I'm going to win this thing. So let's see if this quarter is that time. Okay. So you can get to see my goal here. I had, you are not allowed to use any type of AI in this contest. So I've drafted it, self-edited it, and now asked my husband, who's kind of a grammar nerd like I am, to go and check it. And you can see he found 124 suggestions and typos. So short story, right now, Why Cats Belong in Space. Really awesome, cute little thing. We're going to see if our cats can let me win. So we're going to go through this and see how long it takes. So as I'm editing the start of the story, Celia has decided to join me here. So here's the kitten, who is our protagonist in the story. There we go. She's quite a bit older now. She's about 8 months. Wherever in this story at 4 months, which is when we adopted her. So, oh, not on the cord, please, kitty. Okay. Kitten is attacking my headphone cord. Okay, back to editing. Just got done. It took me nearly an hour and a half to go through. It's about 3,000 words. So we'll see, send it off, and we shall see if this is finally the winner. So I have 1 month of summer left before I have to get back into work. Hopefully, though, I will be able to continue what I started the last 9 weeks of school last year, which was spending about 45 minutes in the morning writing. So my administrator was super nice. I made my first class be at 9:20 again. So that gives me the first period of the day as my plan period. So that way I can go drop off my son at preschool and then have about an hour to myself to work on, writing and the lesson planning and grading my papers and all that good stuff. So exciting. All right, so we'll see if I can add more to this blog over the next few days or if this will be it. We'll see.
Good morning. It is Thursday, July 2nd. I am outside, so I do not risk waking the toddler. Yesterday I worked on the creative fiction, so today I am working on the nonfiction, the Bible studies, and that's usually how I work. I just rotate back and forth each day, and that's how I'm able to accomplish both. So I am working right now in the book of Matthew. I've almost completed Matthew chapter 1. Those genealogies were ridiculous. Trying to figure out what is an appropriate way to address them, how many references do I run. So I'm going to kind of wait on that one a while before it gets posted. But now I'm going to move on to the rest of Matthew. So I'll see you in a minute. I had about an hour to myself, and now the toddler is awake, so that ends my Bible study. I was able to make it through some of chapter 2. I went ahead and I wrote the lesson, and I have personal pet peeves with this because how people are so passionate about Christmas and the date of Jesus's birth and whether or not it's just a pagan holiday and we should forget it, that you're committing sin if you worship Jesus on the 25th and put up a Christmas tree and all that stuff. So I tried to address that from a biblical standpoint, and I find it so interesting. And I'll just go ahead and share what I put in here very, very briefly. And I pulled from Galatians 4:9 through 11, which says, "But now, after that ye have known God, or rather are known of God, How turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements, whereunto you desire again to be in bondage? You observe days, and months, and times, and years. I am afraid of you, lest I bestow upon your labor in vain. Point. Why do we get hung up and have all these arguments over dates and years? Why can't we just celebrate that Jesus came and be excited and love one another, even if we disagree on something as, you know, to many people, something as important as the exact day in which Jesus was born? It's not like that be a reason to divide Christians. Let's just rejoice that he came, that he died for us. So anyway, I said the toddler is awake, so now I have to go make him his morning chocolate breakfast and see if he wants pancakes or Fig Newtons or something else. So thank you for your attention, and I guess I'll be seeing you maybe tomorrow. Don't know if this will be the last day that I vlog. This is Thursday, but we will try. Today is Friday the 3rd, and I have something from Canva. Okay, so I'm excited about this. So I've been rebranding my website to the Bible Studies and Author page. Business cards. Okay, so let's see what they look like. Of course, the toddler instantly wants them, so here we go. Look at it together. That's good. Font's a little small, but readable. It is blush pink for me. All right, so now the back. Pretty cool. I don't know if it's gonna come into focus or not, so whatever, you know, these aren't really high quality videos here. But I'm excited about it. I'll have to test with the phone, make sure that the QR code works and all. But yeah, I'm excited. So there's my little logo. Sowing the seed. Okay. Seeing that today is Friday and tomorrow is the 4th of July, this will be the last part of this week's vlog. So thank you for sticking with us, and I will see you next week or month or whenever I make another vlog.